5 p.m. right here on the UBM Radio Network. And I need you right now. Thank you all for tuning in as we stream live all the time on urbanbroadcastmedia.com, urbanbroadcastmedia.com. But we want all of you to join our campaign right now, and we're growing every day. And we want all of you who are tuning in right now to, when this program is over, go to our social media page and join us on UBM Radio. Like the page, then don't like it, love it. Subscribe. And then when you subscribe to the UBM Radio page, here's what happens. You can tune in to all of the programming, not just my show, but all of the empowerment shows that are here on the UBM Radio Network, all right? And so you can get us all the time. And I see you all the time. Y'all be taping shows to watch Empire. You be taping shows when you ain't working to watch Power. You be taping shows to watch all of the kind of stuff, who killed who shot John, and all of that. Y'all watch it all the time. Do the same thing with us. Subscribe to our UBM Radio Network. And then you can get this show all the time. I get your comments all the time. I'm at work, I'm somewhere, whatever. But do the same thing with our show you do with everybody else's. Don't make me take a back seat to Power and Empire. Set time to come back and watch my show too. And I know you can do it because I see you. And I saw you all, the social media they showed me that last week, 1,800 people was watching at one time. Listen, I just need 100 of you guys, just 100. Listen, let's keep building, because we told people here in this city and around the globe that this will not be just a new show where people just come to just analyze. Here's where we come to be the leaders we've been looking for. Here's where we come to become the power we've been looking for. Here's where we come to not just analyze, but to organize. We're not just here to talk about what everybody else ain't doing. What are we doing? And then let's flip the script. Instead of everybody looking at what is Sharpton, Farrakhan, Jesse, everybody else doing, let everybody look at us. Can you handle it? Maybe you can handle the truth. Come on. Can you handle it? Can you handle it? Can you handle people looking at you and asking, what are you doing? Because you do a damn good job at looking at everybody else and judging what they're doing. I'm here to tell you, and I want you to hear my voice when I tell you, here locally and around the globe, when I see you by the thousands posting on social media, looking at all of the pain that goes on in our community, and you keep saying, Jesus, we intervene. God, take the wheel. And I'm here to tell you, as you see and hear me, that God has already intervened. Jesus is already taking the wheel. And the question becomes, what are you going to do with the power that God has given you? The power that the name of Jesus put in you, for those of you that are Christians, the power that he put in you to do something for yourself that you're waiting on somebody else to do. The question becomes on this show, and some of you can run and you can hide. And I've seen some of you, you tuned in a few months ago, don't want to tune in no more, well then go ahead then. Everybody got the right to vote, didn't march for it, right? But everybody who lines up for the free cheese didn't fight for it, but you'll show up when it's time to give it out. So we need some of you who are going to be part of our 12 disciples. That's what this show is all about. We're changing the narrative here on the Mark Allen Show. Hear my voice and hear my voice. Over 40 years, 40 straight years of consistent leadership, of consistent public service on local, state, national, and international levels. I'm here to teach now, to help a current and new generation of leadership, right? Know how to get through. I remember one time, Reverend Al Sharpton was talking about how he fell down in a stoop, and he used the example how people walk by and they'll see you. Damn, man, you in trouble. Woo, praying for you. Somebody else walk by, woo, Lord have mercy, you in trouble. You in a deep ditch there, son, praying for you. But the one who jumps in with you, and then you wonder why. Why would you jump in this trouble, crisis with me? And that is the one who says, because I was once down here. And let me tell you the steps that were on the side to get her out of here. That's what we're talking about. And so right here, we're here. UBM Radio Network, we're here with so many levels of programming. When people ask, what are the solutions in our community? The solutions are right here, all the time, every time. Right here on this UBM Radio Network. And so you need to be able to tune in with us. So I'm saying, go to our social media page, like the page, UBM Radio, and then subscribe. Because at a certain point, the question is now on you. This ain't about asking everybody else, what did you do? And that's where we're going right now. And we want the world to watch, right? And so some of you who tuned in early and tuned out, okay, you already admitted, I'm out of here. I don't want to be accountable for nothing. All right, then go ahead then, right? We need those that do want to be involved, that do want to step up, right? Because we're asking you all the time, every time. You get tired of chasing down the mainstream media and the fact that they should be held accountable to what they do in terms of content programming in the black community. Well then, help a black-owned and operated media be created, sustained, and increased right here in the heart of the Bronzeville community. Talk to me, somebody. And I'm saying, do that. Other than that, shut up. Then move on and get out the way. And let us talk to those that want to do something. Because I'm convinced, as I look back through the years, there's a lot of people in our lives and in our struggle who really ain't trying to solve nothing. Right? I'm going to tell you. There are certain people in our lives who ain't trying to solve nothing. And we need to know who you are too. There are those who just want to specialize in saying, well, at least I said something. Well, I didn't say that then. So we know how to separate people. If all you want to do is talk on a subject, say that then. Those that want to organize after analyzing, then we need to know who you are. Because we got the power to do what we need to do. And I kept saying over and over again, my issue is going to be tissue. What do you mean, Mark? Well, I'm glad you asked. Listen, over and over again I tell you here in this city that it only takes $3 billion spent in a community to sustain up to 50,000 jobs. And here we are, anchored in this historic black community in Chicago, where we collectively spend over $50 billion into the Chicago economy. And so we got to ask ourselves the question, if we're spending over $50 billion in the Chicago economy, and it only takes $3 billion spent to sustain up to 50,000 jobs, then what are we doing to make everybody else rich and keep everybody else at the groups working and not us? Talk to me, somebody. I'm telling you, that's the question that we're asking right here, every day on the day. And sooner or later, some of y'all that run away then. We need to know who you are. But those of you all who want to stand tall and be accountable, we're asking you to join this economic advocacy ministry so we can have some heaven on earth with what we're doing every day. And I know sometimes I get invited to preach at some prayer vigils and then don't get invited no more. I understand. But we got to speak, as you say, we got to speak truth to power. And it's not just the power of principalities, it's the power of us as a people. And then I saw some other stuff on my social media page this week that I said I would address, because I want people to ask the same thing. Because you can't just put something on social media and then hide your hand. You can't just run and hide. the question becomes, I remember growing up in the movement when people would say the best person to organize something is the person who made the recommendation. Because who can lead this better than the person who had the vision to say, here's something that we should do. And so here's what I'm saying to a number of people who raise questions every day. And I'll challenge you to, like I challenge myself, right? And it's up to all of us to step up, right? It just ain't on me, it's on all of us that are doing this. And I'm going to talk more about that as we go, because that's what makes the difference in us, right? So you can tune in to somebody else that wants to get into what Dr. King called, not long before Dr. King died, was assassinated. Dr. King said he feared what he saw our people going through was what he called a paralysis of analysis, where we analyze stuff so much to the point that we analyzed ourselves out of doing the actual organizing that we needed to do to solve the issue we were talking about. And so I'm here to challenge you, because it ain't hard. It ain't hard, beloved, for us to do right here. And so for those that have tuned out, all right, those that are hanging in there for the long haul, let's do what we need to do, right? Let's be the leaders we've been looking for. Let us set the direction. Let us be the center for strategic organizing of our people. If don't nobody else know what to do, we know what to do collectively right here at UBM. And we got it going on. I'm telling you now, we got some meetings coming up, and I'm gonna quit chasing the rest of y'all, telling y'all to come to the meetings y'all never come to, but you always want to talk about what happened when you ain't there. Ain't got time to keep chasing y'all either. We got to respond to the people who get it and those who come to the table, and I'm gonna tell you what we are doing right now. And we'll report on that and how you can help support us. This is the Mark Allen Show. Hear my voice. I'm veteran activist Mark Allen, chairman of National Black Wall Street Chicago, in the spirit and legacy of the original Black Wall Street of Tulsa. And you're hearing my voice right now, Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. right here on the Urban Broadcast Media Network, UBM, and we'll be back. Right? Right. Well, I still be here. Commercial on? Why can't I hear the commercial no more? We'll figure it out. I can't hear the commercial. All right, I got one of my heads up here. I can't hear the commercial. But they can hear it on the, can y'all still hear it? All right, I'm just watching, I'm listening, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Lord have mercy. Carry full of, hey, I see you, soul and control. I see you, come on man, I see you. No, Little John, I see you. I see you, and I see you too. I see everything, all right? I see everything. I'm catching up. I'm watching all the TV cameras moving down here. I see all this going on, and the microphone is back on. And we're online, we're back. And welcome back to the Mark Allen Show. Hear my voice, and hear my voice 5 days a week now. That means every day. Monday through Friday, 1 o'clock p.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. right here on the UBM Radio Network. We're streaming live all the time on urbanbroadcastmedia.com, and we're on the UBM Radio Network. Now listen, all of you, I want you all to join in that are watching me, right? I want all of you, Kevin Digg, I see you tuning in, thank you. I want all of us, we see you by the thousands. You've tuned in on us on other social media outlets, LinkedIn, social media, Facebook, all that, Twitter. We need you all, listen, we need you to join our campaign today to build up not their networks, but to build up our own. So when this program is over, what does that mean, Mark Allen? I'm glad you asked. Listen, we need you when the program is over. I want another 100 people, right, to go when this program is over. And I saw 1,800 of you watching us the other day. I want 100 of you just to prove we ain't just analyzing, we're organizing, right? So we can live up to the meaning of what we said we was going to do when we planted our seed here. And so what I need is for 100 of you when this program is over. One, go to the UBM social media app, like our page on UBM Radio. Then subscribe to our page so that you can get all of the programming that is going on here on UBM. When so many people ask, what are the solutions? And I see you every day by the thousands. You're posting every day. What are the solutions to the violence going on in our community? Well, I'm here to tell you, the solutions are right here. What do you mean, Mark? Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm glad you asked. Listen, I didn't come to preach, but I can. Listen, here's what I'm telling you. Right now, friends, those of you that are listening and watching me, hear me when I tell you, and you take this in, or take it and let it alone, like some others have done. Take it, let it alone. Everybody got the right to vote, did march for it. Everybody who stands in line for the benefits of the work are not the same people who provided the work. So now, here's what I'm telling you. Deanna Burrell, I see you. Talk about you some more. But listen, here's what I'm saying. Tell this to everybody. Here is what the facts are. And I know I went to public school too, so maybe I might be slow. But listen, it only takes $3 billion spent to sustain up to 50,000 jobs. And here we are in the heart of Chicago. The black community collectively spends over $50 billion. And yet we spend it in ways that make every other ethnic group rich and working and not our own. So the question becomes, this ain't no Jackson, Sharpton, Farrakhan, whatever issue. This is your issue. I'm asking you who see and hear my voice, I'm asking you, what are you going to do to help make this happen? So one, when we look at the challenges of black media and the fact that we don't have to depend on everybody, we can build our own and get our own recognized. And so I'm asking you, if you want to, and I'll tell you how, you can support sustaining and increasing this black-owned and operated media. One of the things that we're going to do and keep reporting on is that the fact that we've got to recreate the organizer training and leadership development institutes that train like I got trained. I have marched in thousands of marches, and I can tell you how I never got arrested until I decided to. I can tell you how we have led demonstrations around the globe, how we train how to get our message across. This ain't no reality show leadership. This is real leadership. And you can't say we're disconnected, because I'm telling you every day. Since I've been back from my cancer, I can't do too much. And I can't do too much. So I'm reaching out to have us do something collectively. Not one somebody is in control, all of us are. And I'm going to tell you all about it, because I got more to talk about. Who am I? I'm Mark Allen, veteran activist, chairman of National Black Wall Street, Chicago. And we're here at the UBM Radio Network on the Mark Allen Show. Hear my voice, and you hear my voice right now. Monday through Friday, 1 o'clock p.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. right here. And we'll be back on the UBM Radio Network.
One of the most important decisions Chicagoans will ever make just got a whole lot easier. Go.cps.edu is an online platform.
I see everything. I see you guys listening. I'm trying to get all this together.
If you are a rising eighth grader or know of any, tell them and their families to visit
Go.cps.edu. Henry Gray, Noah Littlejohn, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now listen, all of you all that are seeing this on Facebook Live, those that are watching on YouTube, share this and share this and share this. And then thank the people who I can't catch up with. Thank them. Because I see a lot of people sometimes who are watching from your referrals, and you got to thank them for watching. And do that too, right? So do that too. Thank those that are
stories from today, okay?
okay.
Don't take them with you.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
UBM Radio presents Word on the Street with Dr.
I'm glad you said that. I I'm going to ask that question.
Magazine featured Ariel Capital's John Rogers as he pointed one way to assist black business obtain business.
We're so disconnected. I mean, I'm telling you.
The way is through black.
And Brian Mullins and other people say we ain't disconnected. Brian Mullins, we disconnected as hell, man. Then I see, what's my girl, Rosita Chanda, Patrick Brutus. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to tune in sometime. Tune into this shit. I mean, stuff. So I can tell you what's going on. I've never seen so many people in the know who at some point don't know nothing. And then we misinform other people to make it seem like ain't nothing going on. Right? So we, matter of fact, no, I'm going to talk about this on the air. I'm talking about this on the air. I got to go back this on the air. Brian Mullins, Patrick Brutus. Oh, come on, y'all. William Preston, new leaders. Come on. Shit, come on.
Spotlighting the issues
I got
of the black community. That's the
I got this one. Oh, I got this one on too. And Kennedy and somebody else. Yeah, come on. Oh, speak on. All right, I got you. Lord have mercy. All right, here it comes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, yes, and we are back. Who are we? We are the Mark Allen Show. Hear my voice, and hear my voice 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, right here on the UBM Radio Network. Listen, we're streaming live all the time at urbanbroadcastmedia.com. But listen, to the thousands of you tuning in around the country, I need you all to join in to our campaign here on YouTube, here on Facebook Live. Listen, I saw 1,800 of you listening the other day, watching the other day. Listen, I need 100 more of you today, because we've got to prove to the world that we're not here analyzing, we're here organizing, right? If you want to just watch TV and don't do nothing, then go do that, but not here. So we're here to say, we're here to not analyze, but to organize. And so I want 100 more of you who are listening and watching. When this program is over, go to our social media page, UBM Radio, and like our UBM Radio page, right? Then subscribe to our page so that now you can be linked in all the time, every day, to all of the programming, not just my voice, but all the other voices that are going on in our community. Because you ask for solutions, and I see you posting about the thousands every day. What are the solutions to the problems in the black community? And despite all of the pain that goes on, despite all of the darkness that goes on, there's a lot of light that is going on in our community. And you need to know where those points of light are. And then you become the leader you've been looking for. It ain't about everybody else. What did you do? And I'll tell you, and I'm going to say something else. I saw this coming in on the newswire, right? And this got me too. And so I'm interested. And you know, I'm going through too much. I say it all the time. I didn't just had 3 relapses from cancer. There's only so much I can do just to try to sustain and grow my own spot. But at the same time, I can at least raise this question. Here's what I don't understand. I know people right now who have been on the Section 8 CHA waiting list 6 months, a year, 2 years, damn near 10. Here's what I don't understand. In every crisis that goes on, how is it when I read the news, right, that CHA, Chicago Housing Authority, are telling people in Puerto Rico, like they told people in Katrina and told people in other places, come on to Chicago. You need a place to stay to rebuild. Come on. Now, I understand that, but here's what I don't understand. How do you tell people who have had their Section 8 certificates for years, and they've been in line waiting to be the next person in line, and now you telling me that now my crisis ain't nothing? Are you telling me that my crisis ain't nothing? Somebody else I live here, and somebody from another crisis, from another town, can relocate here and move in and get a Section 8 voucher before me, and I live here? I'm not mad at nobody. I'm not mad at the outreach. I'm just saying, how do you do that? How do you do that to people who are sleeping on the streets? Homeless people waiting on shelter from CHA. How do you do it? Veterans waiting on housing in public housing buildings that they moved out. How do you tell them, the hell with you now? Keep on waiting a little longer. Keep waiting a little longer. I'm just saying. I didn't come to preach, but I can. But I'm just asking. How do you do that? How do you explain to somebody who's been homeless and helpless, I already got a certificate to move into Section 8. I already live here. And now you're going to tell me, as long as I've been waiting with my Section 8 voucher, as long as I've been waiting homeless and I live here, how you going to tell me now I got to wait a little bit longer? Because you go suspend the rules. You go suspend all the requirements, and you just going to make people from other cities and other countries automatically become qualified over me. And I live here already. And I've been waiting already. How do you do that? It's all about organizing. I don't understand it. I'll raise it because it's something worth raising. How do you do that to a people? How do you explain that to somebody with their Section 8 certificate who's been waiting, who's been in line, and they think they're next? And now you're telling me somebody, I live here. I qualified. I live here. I'm already in town. Ain't never left town. And now you're telling me that I can't get my housing because you're going to waive the rules and make housing available and education available to somebody, not disrespecting their tragedy, but you're going to take their tragedy and make their tragedy more important than mine. You're going to import them to the city and make their tragedy more important than my tragedy, and I already live here. Oh, come on. Y'all get to ask somebody, and we can ask those questions. And we should. And then I saw Patrick Brutus and who else? A lot of people raise these questions. And every time I keep saying, every time I read these questions on social media, it proves over and over again to people like Brian Mullins and others how disconnected we are. How can we keep saying we don't have the opportunity for jobs when I leave a foundation meeting and there's over $100 million that people are trying to put on the streets for local job creation, and black folks who fighting for it ain't there and never find the time to be there. Then I look up and you see we're getting ready to meet in a few weeks with Chase Bank, and I'm so glad they reached back out to us because we reached out to them about the $40 million that they're about to put in the south and west sides of Chicago. Now there's going to be a lot of people with their hands out to receive who didn't fight for nothing, but we're going to keep the fight going. Then there's another $400 million I tell you about every day that through all the challenges, Chicago Housing Authority has to put back on the streets. So we've got multi-issues to fight. And as long as you stand on principle, then you ain't selling out nobody. You're just fighting on principle. And so while we fight on the one hand to get more black community-based contractors into these contracts with these government agencies and private agencies, yes, we need to do that. But I'm telling you now, listen to this, and you can run and tell this. Dr. Finney says, in the spirit of Roy Wood, run and tell this. Listen, at some point, we're going to come after you too. We are fighting against these black contractors that we fight for. And I'll be damned if I keep fighting for you. After we spent all this time fighting against majority white developers who ain't got majority black workers in a majority black community, then I'll be damned if I fight for a black man to get a contract in a black name only, and then I come back to your black site that got majority non-black people working. Come on, we're going to spread the Truth Squad on YouTube. But when it comes time, friends, we need your help. We need your help as we fight these fights I know everybody can't fight, right? But you can support somebody who does fight. And that's why I continue to reach out to you, that you don't have to do what I do. Let me do what I do with the voice I begged God for when I thought I was dying 3 times. Come on. Let me be the voice. Let me be the champion. Oh, what's that thing? The champ is here, the champ is here, champ is here. Yeah. Listen, let us be that voice. Because we got too much at stake. And then for you, everybody ain't off the hook. Because we need some of you. And I'm going to talk more and more again. Because at some point, what do I have to convince you who are listening and watching? What do I have to convince you? Because at a certain point, I'm asking you too. Will you help us in our movement? Will you help us? How can I help, Mark? I'm glad you asked. Listen, you can help us. What's that phrase like? Oh, tissue is the issue. What does that mean? I'm glad you asked. Let me tell you. Listen, I don't have to convince you, especially for those of you who always say, I don't have money to budget to help this, help that. But I tell you what, whatever your budget is, I'm not a prophet, but here's what I see. I see that I don't have to convince you the importance of buying new toothbrushes. I'm not a prophet, but here's what I see. I don't have to convince you to budget for toilet paper in your house or your business. I don't have to convince you of that, right? I don't have to, I'm not a prophet. Here's what I see. We out there seeing. I don't have to convince you to buy paper towels for your house or your business. But here's what I am convincing you to do, and all of you watching, right? Here's what I want. I'm asking all of you, in your home, right? In your home, Walmart ain't gonna miss the money. Paperless ain't gonna miss it. I'm asking you to join this campaign now. What did you do? And I want everybody who's on the page, watching, listening, all over the country. Because we can bring it to you. We can deliver it to you. But the question becomes, what did you do to plant a seed in making a difference? And what I want you to do is use the money that you spend every day on toilet paper. Spend it with the black-owned and operated toilet paper manufacturer coming through National Black Wall Street, right? You gotta buy new toothbrushes? Come on! Buy them now through the vendor that's gonna support the work of National Black Wall Street Chicago. Come on! Support the toilet paper company and the t-shirt company and all those companies that are doing black business and they're black-owned and operated. Talk to me. Because now the question becomes, what did you do at your home and at your business? Because now we're going to have roll call checking in. Ain't no need of checking in if you ain't bought some toilet paper from us. So that we can take some people off the street that's doing illegal jobs and selling illegal products. And they can make money selling legal products to their own community. Come on, talk to me. You ain't got to wait on nobody else. I'm asking you who are listening and watching. Come on, tell me. So I want you to call in and check in. Other than that, then you are part of the problem. So you ain't got to go to no prayer vigil. You ain't got to march. I'm asking you, what did you do? And we're going to start calling the roll every week. We'll start calling your name. Here's who bought some toilet paper. Here's who didn't. Here's who helped sustain some black jobs, and here's who didn't. Because God has given us. And I'm going to tell you again. Now you can take it or let it alone. But you can't keep asking for God to take the wheel over the violence going on in our community. You can't keep saying, Jesus, intervene, when he already has. The question now becomes, what are we going to do to be the leaders we've been looking for? Right? Take it or let it alone. Because we got the power to solve what we've been asking for. Oh, I didn't come to preach, but I can. But listen, so we got to do all of this. And then we got to keep connecting. Now I see Governor Ronner. He's announced for governor. I've seen, what's his face, Pritzker, right? So here's what I'm saying. I watched some more social media commentary today, right? And I'm asking, what does all of that has to do when a lot of it is about nothing? And what I mean by that, listen, some years ago, I read that during all these historic campaigns that the black community is needed so much, and yet, right, none of these candidates ever come to talk about this historic campaign spending. And they get to come to your meeting and to your church and to your organization and don't have to answer nothing before the fact. And here you are, steady on social media, quit BSing people. I know why some of you don't call, because you don't want to talk to somebody about some real truth. Here's the real truth. Why can't all of us ask on one simple level? These campaigns are going down in history as the most expensive in campaign spending in the world's history. And then here you are talking about on your social media posts how bad and bold the black vote is. When you can't get some of these folk to come. I don't agree with everything Pritzker says or does, but I will respect the fact that the man came to National Black Wall Street, Chicago, and spent damn near 3 hours talking to almost 50 activists around this city and this state, right? About different issues. Whether you agree or disagree. I ain't seen Kennedy. I ain't even seen the black candidate, my good friend Kennedy. Come on with it. Come on. I don't know what Kennedy doing other than saying I'm Kennedy. And you know my name. Come on. Bring it to the black community. And I'm asking you now, why do all your churches, other organizations, I ain't listening to your damn photo ops. Come on now. I'm saying our people are dying. Listen, I saw something the other day, and I was talking about this more and more again. I saw something they're getting ready to do on 79th and maybe 78th in Emerald, Halsted, or whatever. They're getting ready to build a series of, what they call it, small homes for veterans. These small homes come with a small home, probably about the same size as our college dorm rooms, right? But these small homes are going to be built on 79th and Halsted with the capacity for a person to have a place to sleep, the capacity for a person to cook a little food, a little kitchenette. It's going to have the capacity for, I think, to be able to take a shower, right? So that's enough space already. But here's the big issue. To build these small homes on these empty lots costs up to $50,000, they said $30,000 per unit. Now here's what I'm saying. If it only costs $30,000 a unit, and all these people are running for governor, wouldn't it be something? Just like they put $1 million in the Southside Credit Union, and just like they put $1 million in Illinois Service Federal Bank, wouldn't it be a hell of a thing if we told them, why don't you put $1 million right now? Not on the networks, but in putting some more housing available. We're going to talk more about that in our last segment. I'm veteran activist Mark Allen, chairman of National Black Wall Street Chicago, and you're right here all day, every day, Monday through Friday, and they also call it weekdays, on the Mark Allen Show. Hear my voice right now on the UBM radio network. We'll be back.
Little teapot, short and stout.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
No, Dad, like this. When I get all steamed up, then I shout, tip me over and
I'm looking down. We need to talk about your book. Deanna Morel. We need to talk about your book. Right? Let's do that tomorrow too. Deanna Smith, Lucy Johnson, thank you. Carmel Smith, Martha Rock Leffers, and I missed a few other names. I'm gonna respond to everybody when I get off the air. I don't want to miss nobody. But everybody who's watching, please thank all those who you I saw 80 people yesterday shared the broadcast. Please go back and thank them for watching, and let's tune in. Right? Let's do this. Let's just do this. We can do this, y'all. I promise you, we can do this. And I didn't come to preach, but I can, right?
But what counted? 15? 41? 31? I mean, 13? We took a left around history.
Danny's smart. He gets distracted.
Put your money in your pocket.
He forgot his homework.
Put some money in my pocket. Deanna, we need to post Deanna Burrell's book on all of our sites this afternoon.
That's why there's
And I thank her.
a free resource for the parents of the
Oh, here I
1
come.
kids
I
with
come.
learning and
I'm
attention
coming.
issues. Go
I
from
was in the camera. I see you too. We're going to do all of that. We thank everybody who's looking and watching.
Teacher when you were little. But as you grew up,
We want to do all of this. Unemployment.
teaching just didn't
There's
seem
so
like
much
the best
going
option
on.
anymore.
Ronna, Alexa,
So you
okay, I
decided
got
to
it.
become something else. But what would your
You got that
12-year-old
too?
self say? Interesting and
Really,
innovative
Jesse
things
Jackson,
are
Children
happening in
Plaza.
teaching today.
I got all of that. Oh man, his birthday is coming. Oh, his birthday is coming up this Saturday. There's so much going on.
Find out
Lord
how
have
you
mercy.
can make more and
And
teach
all of this stuff means
Teach.
organizing.
I teach and the accounting.
All this, oh, here I come. Here I come. Wait, Alan Watson. Alan Watson, wait a minute. Come on, son. I get it. Oh, Lord have mercy. Have a good time. I'm so glad. I'm glad all of y'all that are tuning in who can not just watch us but see us. Who are we? We're the Mark Allen Show. Hear my voice. And you're hearing my voice right now. All the day, every day, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. You also call it weekdays, Monday through Friday. 1 o'clock p.m. until 2 o'clock p.m. right here on the UBM radio network. Now listen, I already saw this now, so I don't need you all to go into denial. I saw over 1,800 of you all watching the page the other day. I just need 100 more of you guys who've been watching, right? I want all 1,800, but it's a start. Because at some point, we got to prove our worth that we're not just analyzing here, we're organizing. I need 100 more of you to do this. And what am I saying, Mark? I'm glad you asked. Listen, I want you all to go when the program is over. If you haven't done so already, go to our social media page and like the UBM radio page, right? And then, what else, Mark? Glad you asked. Listen, I need you all to go and subscribe to the UBM radio page because, well, Mark, I'm glad you asked. Listen, I need you all to go because there's so much going on right here. And I'm telling you, with every ounce of my being, when I see people all the time on social media talking about what are the solutions to the problems that are going on in our urban communities. And I'm here to tell you that part of the solutions you're looking for are right here. Broadcast every day on the day on this UBM radio network. And the question becomes, you can't keep asking. Well, then quit asking then. If you ain't gonna respond to the answer, well, what is the answer? What I'm gonna tell you. Here's the answer. A lot of the solutions you're looking for are broadcast right here every day on the UBM radio network. Everything from feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, fighting for the least of God's people. Come on. God intervene. Jesus take the wheel. They already have. The question now becomes, what are you going to do? And I'll keep on asking. And I'm going to say this again. Tissue, on the one hand, is the issue. And I'll say that just to start. Because the black community spends billions of dollars on tissue, toilet paper. And nobody has to convince you, nobody, that you got to spend money in your business and your home on toilet paper. Nobody has to convince you that you got to spend money every month on paper towels or tissue or paper towels or dishwashing liquid, right? Or washing powder. Come on. The question now becomes, will you, in the spirit of saving black lives, you say black lives matter, then make them matter then with the money that you spend every day. All right? And so now we're asking you, what are you doing? If you see me and hear me, because I'm going to ask you every day, right? I get invited to some prayer vigils all the time, and sometimes don't get invited back. Well, I understand. Because in times of crisis, you don't want to tell nobody who's there grieving that somehow that their inaction helped create the very environment that created the environment by which their loved ones were killed tragically in the first place. And so I'll take advantage of that opportunity to ask you at the prayer vigil, how did you spend your money today? Did you spend your money putting other ethnic groups to work other than your own? Did you spend your money putting other people to work in jobs other than the majority black people who you don't want to be dying in the streets over these illegal street economies? Talk to me, somebody. I'm asking you. Because the question has become yours. The question will become yours. And I'm saying over and over again, as I stand here, and I'll say it over, as we stand here today, if you're concerned about the lack of jobs, then why are we filling up the rooms when over $500 million is being discussed for economic development on the south and west sides of Chicago? Why aren't we there? So you can't just specialize in shaking my head post. Come on. You can't do that. You got to come on here because unless, and I said over and over again, this ain't the new version. And I don't care if you watch me no more. Then move on then. I ain't here to entertain you. I'm saying you can't look up. We at UBM don't want to be the new version of Power. We ain't no reality show that you want to just watch. And then when the camera goes off after watching Power, you don't cut the cameras off and do something to create some real power. We ain't the new version of Empire. Don't want to be the new version. This ain't no reality show here that you want to come just watch. Eat your popcorn and then cut it off. If you're not going to turn off the TV reality empire and then invest in a real empire that's going to do something for the life and legacy of the black people that you say you're concerned about, which is shaking my head post every day. Come on. And we are not so much divided as we are just disconnected. We're just disconnected. I see so many resources, even despite the cuts, beloved, that are going on. How can we be going through so much and we're not just filling up the community with all these resources? And I'm saying this, we got to bridge the gap. And I'm asking you to help us do that. Those of you that are watching, you can help right now. You may not march, and you don't have to, but help those that do march. You may not want to do the research yourself. Help those that want to do it. I'm telling you, despite my cancer, despite 3 relapses, despite all that, God still got me standing. Come on, some of y'all ain't got no cancer at all. Some of y'all ain't been no relapse at all. Come on, help us do the work that we want to do. And it's about us having some heaven on earth. I know the heaven on earth if we got the $40 million, our fair share of the J.P. Morgan Chase money that's being dedicated to the south and west sides of Chicago. I know the heaven on earth that we can have if we get our fair share of the $20 million that we fought for that's now in, the $20 million on behalf of the $1 million that got put in the Illinois Service Federal. I know the heaven on earth that can come from the $400 million of our fair share of the housing dollars that come. But you can't talk your way through it. You can't tweak your way through it. We got to analyze and then organize. And so I'm asking you, I'm going to be checking with you every day on the day. It's coming. I'm going to order forms because then you can say you did something to help somebody. If you buy this black-owned and operated manufacturer of toilet paper is now in Chicago on 79th Street and across the city, your dollars from the toilet paper that you brought will help put some legitimate people on the street working. Take them off the streets, right? If you buy some washing powder and dishwashing liquid and toothbrushes from black-owned and operated manufacturers in Chicago, ain't got to go nowhere. We'll deliver it to you. Then you would be helping put other people to work right here. And then we're going to work on our Clergy Activist Network. We're going to talk every day about not just analyzing, but we're here to organize. And so I thank you all for tuning in, the thousands across the country. But do this. We're building up our network. When the program is over, go to the UBM radio app. Please go and like our page on UBM radio. We can't keep letting Facebook and LinkedIn and other social media apps get more recognition than us. We need you to come and get the UBM radio app. So do that when this is over. We need your help. And we need you to join in with us on this work. And we're going to talk more and more about it every day until we get it. Clock on the wall says it's all, y'all. It's always empowering you to believe in God, because God is love. Love what the world needs right now. Remember, in life, nothing is guaranteed by the end of it. We were born to die. But it's not that bad, because in between birth and death, there's life. And it can be as positive as you want it to be, as long as you think positive. That means to keep a smile on your face, such a warmth in your heart. And when a friend is down and he needs you, reach out and touch them, okay? And remember to always think positive, no matter how negative a situation may develop in your life. Remember that you are God's child. Yes, indeed, you are somebody. And you can do whatever you want to do and be whatever you want to be with the power of your own mind. If your mind can conceive it and your heart can believe it, know within yourself you can achieve it. But you got to believe in yourself, and others will believe in you too. Till the next time, Better Actors Mark Allen, God willing, hear my voice, hear my voice, hear my voice.